Let's see. Mic check, mic check. Okay, I can hear myself. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. This not gonna be long at all. Um, like y'all know me, I don't do morning shows. I don't know, just something about doing morning shows. I don't really like doing them. But if it's something that catches my attention, I will do the morning shows, but I really don't too much. I'm not a big fan of doing morning shows, but I want y'all to hear this story that was sent to me, and it was sent to me by Rio, who's in the chat room right now, and I only read a little bit of it, and the little bit I read, not even just a little bit that I read, but the title within itself is disturbing, or what happened with this young man. Now, I didn't really do no major sharing, because I just set it up. So I don't know how it's going to work for us people coming in or whatnot. But hey, if they come in, they come in. If they not, then I'm sure they will catch the replay of this show or whatnot. So I didn't do no major sharing. So I shared it at a couple of places. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, hey, again, the replay will be available. So, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. Welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. I'm your host, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that thumbs up for your boy if you haven't. What up, Thunder, for you? How you doing? Gypsy Star Girl, Star Child, sorry. How you doing? Rio, how you doing? How you doing? Hit that thumbs up for me. That can help bring more people in. So anyway, guys, we'll get right into it. St. Clair County, Illinois. Metro East, it says you have a 9-year-old boy reportedly kills himself. Now, y'all see in the title where I got where it said, and there's more. Here's the more part. 2 years after his mom died. Now, I don't remember if I read that his mom committed suicide too. I don't, but we all going to listen to this story together. But just think about that, though. This young man kills himself. Now, the police said right now they think it's over bullying, but they can't say right now because the investigation still is early. Okay? But I got a feeling that's what it is about. It's about bullying because they got reason to believe it's over bullying. But this young boy was still a young man. And he already had lost his mom. And now he took his own life. That is sad. And that is tragic. And again, a lot of y'all who listen to this, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the gut of the stomach. So if you can't take it, I tell you, leave now. Leave now. Leave now. Don't stay in and chat for a minute. And then when I get to a certain part, you get in your feelings, talk about, I can't listen to this, I'm out, because that's disrespectful to me. And I'm going to say something to you about it. But it's going to still be in a nice way. But, I want people to understand these stories are not good stories. So if you know from the beginning what I do, then don't try to act surprised when you hear stories or when you hear certain parts in the story, don't act surprised. Okay? If you can't take it, leave now. Leave now. I'm going to say it one more time. Leave now. All right? What up, Brian? Anyway, guys, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. So let me go over here. Oh, crap. Hold on. The chat room's not up. So why isn't the chat room? Did I not authorize it? Ew. Okay, I never authorized. Damn. Hold on, guys. Let me pull y'all up because I guess I never authorized my other channel. Because I want to pull y'all up. I really want to pull y'all up on this one so I can see what y'all saying. There y'all go. There y'all go. There go my girl Antonetta. What's up, boo? What's going on with you? How you doing today? How you doing this morning? Amen, amen, amen. Put y'all right there. Put y'all right there. Amen, amen. Antonetta in the building. Cheer. Get out my big old head right there. Hold on. It's all on my head right there. Hold on. Let me see something. Wait a minute, that's not the one. Hold on, which one am I on? Alright, y'all bear with me. I'm getting kind of confused. I don't know what the hell going on right now, but I'm getting confused. Hold on. I got all type of shit working with this shit. So hold on. Okay, this the one right here. All right. Oh hell, fuck it. I'll do all that later. But where's the other one? I'm about to turn you off. That's not the one, damn it. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright. So anyway, guys, let's get right into this and listen to what they had to say here. And of course, you know they finna
Over
play
a million reasons to say
hell.
thank you. Tired of paying high fees and getting nothing in return? We have over a million reasons you should switch to Scott Credit Union. We recently gave over $1 million back to our members. That's over $12 million back in the past 12 years. Why? We're a different type of financial institution that's owned by its members. We share our success with you. If you get money back this year, why not? It's time for a better value. Switch to Scott Credit Union today.
Underway right now in the Metro East as investigators try to answer the question, why would a 9-year-old boy kill himself?
The St. Clair County Coroner's Office confirmed that the boy died from an apparent hanging. Ray Preston's been talking with police, the boy's family, and a crisis counselor.
Well, word spread quickly this morning around the Thomas Terry apartment complex in Brooklyn, Illinois. Neighbors learning that a 9-year-old boy committed suicide by hanging himself.
A family member says the grief the boy's father is going through is unimaginable. Several people tried to console the father, as they also tried to console each other. They were hugging and wiping away tears. The boy's family struggled to find the reason why the 9-year-old would take his own life.
we need to just talk to our kids. And that's what's happening now. We're not talking to our kids. It's just unacceptable.
Child suicide has increased to become one of the top leading causes of death.
Research from the CDC shows in 2007, suicides among 10 to 14-year-olds had been declining. But in the next 10 years, the number nearly tripled. Jesse Vance has counseled young people who have attempted suicide.
We talk to the children about their intrinsic value and how just because they're here, that gives them purpose and we want them to stay here. And then we talk to them about how any sort of human experience that they are feeling or going through, they are not alone.
Police say investigators looking into the 9-year-old's suicide will look at bullying as a possible underlying reason the boy took his life. Bullying among young people is said to be more prevalent than ever, in part because of social media.
It's easier, it's meaner, and there are fewer consequences for the bullying because it can be done in private.
A search.
Now, I want you to understand, why I chose to do this and why I chose to do it in the morning, or why I chose to do it this morning. Oh, crap. Why I chose to do it this morning because some things that that lady right there was saying is things I always have been saying myself, all right? Social media for children is a harsh reality. This is why I say all the time, I can't respect anybody who's on YouTube attacking folks' kids. All right? I don't respect it. Because of stories like this and other stories that I have done as a result of this. Now, if it's easy for a child to commit suicide because of what other children are saying to them on social media, let alone what they saying to them in person, just imagine your child already have low self-esteem, and somehow they get on YouTube and hear how a content creator is talking to you, the mother and the father, and saying some of the most disgusting, foul shit about that child. How do you think it will affect that child? You busy arguing back and forth with somebody on YouTube, but you're not paying attention that your child may be in the background watching this same show that you on. And your child hear all this disgusting shit that the person that you're arguing with is saying. You get off this YouTube show, go check on your child, and found themselves hanging. So then, a question will have to be asked. And y'all hear me out, audience. A question had to be asked. Who should you be more mad at? The person who is talking about your child, or you as a father or a mother that took time to go argue with some fool on social media that you probably don't know, never met in person, probably never meet in person, neglecting your child. You goes to the room after you hear all this, after you did all this, just to prove a point. And your child killed itself because it's listening not only to the mother and the father arguing with some other fools on YouTube, but let alone listening to what the other fools saying about your child. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. And then you will understand my stance why I say I don't give a fuck who don't like me or who hate me or whatever the case may be. I'm not finna go back and forth with none of you motherfuckers. I'm not finna let you sucker me in and come into some damn panel to argue with a motherfucker that I don't know and don't plan on knowing. It's YouTube, for crying out loud. It's social media. So why would I let anybody sucker me in to get on a panel and make myself look like a fucking idiot? Because at the end of the day, that's all you doing, make yourself look like an idiot and a gossiping bitch. That's what it makes you look like. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Everybody might not think the same. But at the end of the day, just think about what you put out there on social media is out there. And people can always say, I remember when you did that. I remember when you did that. What was your point in doing that? I don't know you, fool. You ain't got shit to prove to me. You ain't got shit to prove to the audience. That's why I said in one of the last videos I made, it's our bullshit and it's y'all entertainment. Amen? It's our bullshit, but it's y'all entertainment. Once the audience get through watching all that shit and hearing all this fuck shit that we saying to each other, them folks going by their day. And 9 times 10, probably they're saying them some dumbass motherfuckers. Ain't no way in hell I get on social media and start saying all that shit to somebody. Over what? Because of he say, she say? You think just because you get on social media arguing with motherfuckers, they're going to stop motherfuckers from talking about you? Amen? You seriously think just because you got on there to prove that you ain't a punk bitch, or however you put it out there now, that once you get out that panel or whatever, they gonna stop talking about you all of a sudden? It's fucking social media. Everybody talks. It's life. Everybody talks. It's society. Everybody talks. You can't stop it. It's gonna be there forever. Cause once one person stop talking about you, you gotta know they're gonna fall in place. So what you gonna do? You gonna argue with everybody that says something bad about you? No. Fuck that. We're not teenagers no more. We're not children anymore. We are grown ass men and women. And Gypsy, what you said, we can simply turn it off. But for some reason, a lot of us make it hard. Or we act like that it's hard to turn it off. What up, Elaine? What's going on? Teresa Ware, I see you. What's going on? Jeanette, good morning. How you doing? And Rio, I don't think she was saying that all parents. I think she was just speaking of parents who's like that, who will put their child aside just to get on social media to argue with people. I think that's what she was meaning on that. So I don't think she was just really saying to everybody. So somebody tell me when I said something wrong. Y'all feel me so far? Did I say something wrong? Did I say something that you don't agree with? Or what? And I say all this to say this. I say this all the time. Kids mimic what they see. They mimic what they see. So they see me, if I was a father, and they see the mama acting a fool, going around fucking with everybody, talking about everybody, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to do the same thing. Amen? They're going to do the same thing. Hey, Dark Paul, sweetie, what's going on? Appreciate that, Rio. I'm just speaking real. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this story, because I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this too much. I'm seeing it too much. And, you know, I do feel that a lot of time it's because of our neglect. It's because of our neglect. Because again, just because somebody says something about you, you neglect your child just to get on social media or argue with people that you don't even know. Amen. So let's see what the story said, guys. We're gonna see what it says. It's a St. Clair County. An investigation underway after a 9-year-old boy reportedly killed himself in Metro East. And I want to say this too. It just amazes me that somebody that young can have the mindset to take their own life. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think somewhere in this story they say he hung himself. Amen, Jeanette. I like that. Amen. I think they said this young man hung himself. And if y'all don't mind, man, y'all ain't hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up for it. But y'all see, it's more people coming in, the more y'all hit that thumbs up. So, like I said, I didn't really do no sharing for this show, but by y'all hitting that thumbs up, it look like it's bringing more people in. So I appreciate that. It goes on to say that the St. Clair County Coroner's Office confirmed the boy died from an apparent hanging in Brooklyn. Yeah, just like I said, this young man hung himself. He hung himself. And I want y'all to think about a video that I just did the other day. It happened down here in Memphis. I did it on my main channel. A lot of people seen it for what the view count says. The woman said her son was getting bullied. But see, they took bully to another level. Not only did they bully their child, but they sexually assaulted him because one of the bullies, or maybe multiple of them, put their hand in between their main legs and grabbed his private part. And when I heard that, I said, now you know what? We had bullies back in my time, but they never went that far as putting their hands down somebody's private part. So now they take a bully to another level now. It's rising from bullying to sexual assault now. And these young men that we talking about. And I ain't did too many stories where young men would sit up here and as they bullying somebody, they sexually assaulting them as well. I haven't done too many stories about that. But to hear this woman say that about her son, and not only that, he was at the elementary school. The fuck? You bullying somebody and putting your hand down somebody's private part at elementary school. What the fuck? And she's another one that says she made complaint, and nothing was done. But now something actually happened. Now everybody want to get on the case. I don't know the mom's name, but I want to reach out to her. Whenever I find out what her name is, I want to reach out to her, especially since it's in my hometown. So just stay tuned for that whenever I find out who she is. Let me continue. As word spread through the Thomas Terry apartment complex about the boy's death, dozens of neighbors came out of their homes to console each other. Many were hugging and crying. They tried to console the boy's father as he walked around the complex, seemingly in shock, dealing with the loss. So I'm assuming the father. Hey, what's up, Carla? How you doing, babe? Oh wow. Did he, Carla? Damn, this shit crucial. He was seemingly in shock dealing with the loss. I'm assuming he was in the boy's life. I'm still trying to take in what's happening, get the particulars, because I don't know everything, said E.J. Johnson, the boy's great uncle, E.J. Johnson. Police on the scene said they are looking at the suicide is possible result of bullying, but it was early in the investigation. Research from the CDC showed in 2007, let me highlight this, 2007, suicides among children aged 10 to 14 were declining. Then over the next decade, the numbers nearly tripled. Now, suicide is one of the leading causes of death of children in their age range, thanks in part to social media increasing bullying's prevalence. It's easier, it's meaner. Let me highlight this. It's easier, it's meaner. Oh, damn it. It's easier, it's meaner, and there are fewer consequences for bullying because it can be done in private. Let me repeat that again. What up, brother Osmond? How you doing, my guy? She says it's easier, it's meaner, and there are fewer consequences for the bullying because it can be done in private. How many of y'all agree with that? It's easier, it's meaner, and there are fewer consequences for the bullying because it can be done in private. Said Jesse Vance, a child counselor with Providence Crisis Services. So she's a child counselor. Maybe I need to try to find her and talk to her. I won't mind having a child counselor on the show and speak on stuff like this. I think that'd be dope. The family told News 4 the boy's mother committed suicide. So his mother did commit suicide, guys. Her son died the same way she did. So Rio, now I understand why you couldn't finish this story. Because I damn near can't finish it after seeing that. Apparently, this young man probably was already going through some things from his mother's death. This boy was probably already going through some things of his mom's death. This sad. This is sad. You say you get one on for me. If you can, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Guys, this young man died the same way his mama did. And 2 years apart. Again, this is why I don't respect none of y'all who sit up here fucking with people's kids, man. I don't respect y'all for that. My respect limits when you do that. My respect limit. That's his name, Corey Jr.? Oh, so they released his name? Because I don't want to get in trouble now, so they released his name? Let me look him up real quick. What up, Riel? Rio, you gonna have to text that to me or email it to me if you got my email. So you say so if they release this name, then that mean there's an update then. Oh, okay. Hold on. Corey Jr. GoFundMe. Rio, you got to send me that information because I can't find it. And somebody sending me somebody sent me a little story on them. I got somebody who telling me who listening to the show, then they telling me their story, a little bit of their story on Facebook. So I asked them if they want to come and talk. So we'll see what's the Corey Jr. burial expenses. Okay, let me try that. I still don't see anything, Rio. It ain't popping up on this one. So do me a favor, get a copy of that for me and send it to me to my email or text it to me. Okay, they say they at work. Okay. Oh, okay, you did send it to me. Okay, let me put it up. Hold on. Let me put it up. Now, what? Let me finish this first, then I'm gonna put it up. Let me finish this first. So his mother committed suicide 2 years ago. Vance said if a parent dies by suicide, their children are 50% more likely to die by suicide. I want y'all to remember this. Whoever watching the playback, I want y'all to remember this. The counselor said, yes, I need a counselor on this show. She said if a parent dies by suicide, their children are 50% more likely to die by suicide. Wow. So I was right what I said. His mom death probably fucked with him real bad. Real bad. She goes on to say that we talk to children about their intrinsic value and how just because they're here, that gives them purpose and we want them to stay here, Vance said. Then we talked to them about how any sort of human experience they're going through, they are not alone and we want to support them through this. Johnson, who said he's a football track coach in East St. Louis and has worked with young people for years, said he was unaware if his great-nephew was a bullying victim. He said he hadn't seen much bullying around him, but he knows it's there. We need to just talk to our kids, he said. That's what's happening now. We're not talking to our kids. There are resources available for those with suicidal thoughts or who feel a friend or loved one may be at risk. Provident Behavioral Health has a walk-in clinic Tuesday and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for $5. You can get an appointment. Anyone who is considering suicide or is having suicidal thoughts can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255 or text the crisis text line at 741-741. Let me repeat that again. Anyone who's considering suicide or is having suicidal thoughts can call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255 or text the crisis text line at 741-741. ladies and gentlemen, y'all might want to take that information down, because for those of you who got kids after hearing this story, and if you got in on this dealing with, thoughts of they don't want to be here anymore, please go seek help. Do not procrastinate. Seek help. Please. Amen. Seek help. Seek help. All right, so let me go over here to Facebook. And let me see what Rio sent me. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the young man. Handsome young man. And it says as follows for his GoFundMe. Due to an unforeseen event, the loss of a 9-year-old Corey Jr., collections are being accepted towards the burial and final expenses. Thank you in advance. And remember, no contribution is too small. Okay, y'all not saying much, though, about this, though. Why are they being so vague with it? Something like this, I thought you want to be as detailed as possible. But there's not much information on this. And they raised $170 of $10,000. And I'm assuming that you only got that small because you have no details in this. You don't have much detail in this. It's vague. Hey, 2P, what's going on, baby? It's vague. You're not telling anything. You're just saying the loss of a 9-year-old. You're not saying how the 9-year-old lost his life or anything. It's just vague. And see, this is what I'm talking about right here with this GoFundMe. I can't just really trust that. And I'm not saying these people doing this at all. So if his family members listen, I'm not saying this at all. But this is why people say they GoFundMe are the new scams, because of stuff like this. When you put in information, you're not putting in information to at least make it credible and believable. But it is very vague. So a lot of people probably looking at it like, hey, I don't trust it because you're not really giving me details of what really happened. So I don't get it. That's the way I feel about it, but it's very vague. But, hey, in all, I hope they meet their goal. In all. Seriously, I hope they meet their goal. But whoever put this up, it needs to be a little more information, a little more detail on what happened to this young man. Unless they're waiting till the cops give confirmation and say, hey, okay, we found that it is bullying. Then maybe they're going to come back and edit it. I don't know how GoFundMe work. I don't know if you can edit it or not. But maybe they're going to come back and edit it. And say, okay, this is how he died. So we're gonna leave that open right there. Maybe they waiting for the Rio say she think it's fake. That's what I'm saying. It could be a possibility. But because the information is so vague. All the GoFundMes that I have seen, they in deep detail about what happened and why they collecting the funds. This one ain't saying nothing at all. So I hope ain't nobody try to profit it off this damn child death, because you a sick son of a bitch, but we got a lot of those around here. So by me saying it ain't gonna stop shit, so if this is real, I will hope that whoever put this up will come back and edit it and give more detail to what happened. And I want y'all to look at something else too. It says somebody named Megan Hood is organizing this fundraiser. There's no picture. Now, if anything, I would like to think that if anybody who's going to put up a GoFundMe, it would be the dad. Amen. I would think it would be him because the mom is gone. She can't put it up. So if the dad is still living, I would like to think he will be the one to put it up and say, hey, help me with my son's funeral expenses. Unless he don't know how to do GoFundMe like me. I don't know how to do GoFundMe, but I'm pretty much sure it's not hard to figure out how to do it. So, yeah, this one is kind of questionable. But we'll see in the long run. So, Rio, you can keep an eye on this and see what happens. Please keep an eye on this and see what happens. And I hope ain't nobody's trying to profit off this boy's death. I hope they not. Seriously, I hope they not. Come on now. I hope they not. Yeah, Teresa, they don't, but I just hope ain't no 600 bitches sitting up here. I don't even want to think about that shit. Man. All right, guys, I'm going to read this real quick. Somebody hit me up on Facebook. They listen to my show now, and they said this right here without saying their name. They said this right here. Hey, I'm going to tell you my opinion on this bullying thing. She said, first, I have kids that have been bullied, and I have a bully. I asked her if she want to come on, but they said they at work right now. But she goes on to say this. She said, my daughter is 7. She's autistic, seems totally normal, except what they like to call impulse control, which I know a little bit about that. She is a little rageaholic. Okay, rageaholic. Okay, got it. She throws things, screams, scratches, etc. I believe fully is up to the parent, regardless of what they are dealing with, to help their child grow up into a normal, healthy person. My daughter is a bully. It's constant therapies, letters back and forth to the teachers, hugs, holding, deep breaths, and counting to 3. I believe it's my job as a parent to be proactive and take charge not only for the sake of mine, but for everyone around her. The children don't understand they are simply being bullied by a little girl. Well, bless your heart, dear. Bless your heart. Wow. I got a cousin, he have autistic son, and he would do that, just scream out of nowhere, this, that, and the third. And he wasn't a bad child. I don't think he was bullying nobody, but he used to do that. And I asked him one time, I said, why did he do that? He said, he got a little case of autism. I said, okay then. And I know they got medications, but I think medications are only like temporary treatment, because once the medication wear off, they go right back into their mode. So hey, shout out to anybody. Hey, boss, what up, boo? Medication is only a temporary fix. Because we all know medication wears off. Amen? It wears off. And once the medication wears off, then the child goes right back into that mode that they was in. Or it may calm them down for a day or two, and they go right back into their hollering and rage mode. And I think any little thing can set them off to where they start doing all that hollering and throwing whatnot. And I can understand it get kind of, well, for somebody like me on the outside looking in, it would frustrate me. It would frustrate me. But that's on the outside looking in versus somebody who actually dealing with it. They getting it worse. Amen. There's a young man, when I take one of my clients to church on Wednesday, he got this thing called Jumping for Jesus. They play little songs for them. They do like little arts and crafts. They do prayer and all that. And this one young man, he's autistic, and he being there, man, just doing some of the most. What I mean the most, he be doing some of the most. Falling out on the floor, screaming, jumping on tables, sometimes throwing stuff, running out the classroom. They got to go chase him down and all that. And I just be looking like, man, I be saying to myself, that's really annoying. But to me, it's going to be annoying because I'm on the outside looking in. Amen? I'm on the outside looking in. But just imagine the mother that got to deal with that on a daily basis. Imagine a father who got to deal with that on a daily basis. We think it's annoying. Just imagine what they're going through. Amen? Seriously, just imagine what they're going through. So I try to be understandable. And it's easy for anybody to judge if they on the outside looking in. But if you ain't dealing with it on a daily basis, man, it ain't nothing you can really say. Amen? It ain't nothing you can really say because it's not happening to you. Amen? Man, golly. So, but with his mom drop him off, she seemed like she be cool. She be seem like she's in good spirits. But here's my question to somebody who does that. And ladies, or gentlemen who are all in the chat room, maybe y'all can help me out. When they get too out of place, what is the discipline process? Do you whip them? I always want to know that. With an autistic child, when they get too out of hand, I mean going past their limits that you used to them doing, I mean just really going past their limits, do you whip them? Y'all help me out with that. And if it's any men in the chat room, y'all help me out there on an autistic child. When they go past their limit, I mean just like hook. Like hook. What do you do? Do you still just, okay, Gypsy Star said you never whip them. I always wanted to know that because when he comes to the class and some of the stuff that he does, I be like, I wonder, do his mom put her foot in his ass? I say that to myself because some of the stuff he just go over and beyond. And I just say, do his mom put her foot in his ass? Okay, Teresa says she don't think whipping is the key. Gypsy said they don't understand. They don't understand. I like that, but I have another question since you said that, Gypsy Star, and this for all of y'all. For all of y'all. Anybody can answer it. You say they don't understand. I can ride with that, but hear me out when I say this. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Would they do stuff that causes destruction? We're going to say it like that. It causes destruction. And you hold them down and you explain to them, hey, Jeff, Chris, Amy, whatever their name is, you're not supposed to do that. You don't do that. That's bad. That's a bad thing to do. You don't do that. So you teaching them that they can't do that, and you putting that in their ear that, pretty much don't do that anymore. So help me understand. Are you telling me that when they get out of hand like that and you telling them in their ear, hey, don't do that, that's not right, you could hurt other people? You telling me that they still can't function right to hear your words, that what they doing is wrong? See, this is why I need to start by opening up my phone line. This would be a good conversation. Matter of fact, I probably need to come back and open up the phone lines and let y'all call in and let's talk about this, because I think this is a good subject. Because y'all know me, man. I think outside the box. So if you telling them that what you did is wrong, don't do that anymore. So they can't comprehend what you're telling them, that what they doing is wrong. Jeff Star said they can't fully process the concept all the way through. Okay. Jeanette said we have a room full of soft apparatus and he goes in there. What are you talking about? I'm confused on that one. Teresa said, but you have to be consistent with your punishment when they misbehave. And I like that, Teresa. I like that. Seriously. I think you do, because y'all know when we grew up, we do stuff and we get our ass whooped maybe this time, but then the next time we may get a talking, and we take that, I guess, somewhat kindness as weakness, and we try our parents again, and they're gonna find out their ass whooping gonna be worse than the first time. So I like what you said right there. I mean, I think it does have to be consistent. I agree with you on that. Rio said I'm still here, but I'm just driving. Gypsy Stargirl said it's a half hour of pictures and calm speaking. Gypsy Stargirl, I wish I can talk to you. Jeanette said, do I use Makerton? What's Makerton? What is that? What is that? 2P said, stern and consistency on punishment to special needs children. Nope, not like other children. Okay, I mean, y'all teaching me now. I mean, look, because here's the thing. I work with special needs, but I work with adults. I never worked with a child with special needs before. Well, except for one. But all I was doing was just putting them on a bus. That's all I was doing. When the bus come taking them to school, I was just putting them on the bus. But to sit down and have like a full 6 or 8 hour schedule with an autistic child, I never done that before. But I know how to handle adults. But then I guess if you want to look on the other side of that, you got some adults who have special needs that act just like children. So unless you want to count that now, because I used to work with a guy, he was blind, and that's my boy. Rest in peace. I love that man. He had the mind of a child. So I guess that would count. I don't know. I guess that would count. And the funny thing with him, he knew what a spanking was. Because I'll say something to him about spanking, he'd sit up there and spank himself. And that used to be so funny when he did that. And when he'd do something bad, I'd be like, spank yourself. He'd sit up there and spank himself. That used to be so funny when he'd do that. That used to be so funny. Gypsy said, it depends what they do. My daughter understands two-step discipline, such as go and send a timeout, but she wouldn't understand the spanking. It just scares her. Okay, I can understand that. I can understand that. 2B said it's very difficult and challenging. Just takes a lot of patience, Chris. Okay. Yes, dealing with special needs, your patience level got to be, it got to be way up here. Your patience level got to be way up here. No, Jeanette, I wish I knew sign language. Because some of them be doing, I had a couple on my work with that do sign language. I know this mean bathroom. This means shower. And I think this means girlfriend. One of them do this. I think that means hamburger. This means put on clothes or something like that. I seen a couple of them do something like this. I don't know what that means, but I seen a couple of them do something like this, though. I forgot what it means, but what did that mean? Shit. Like I said, I know some of the sign. I don't know all of it, but this is a good topic, y'all. Seriously. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this part out and upload it on my main channel, because I think this is a good topic. But one of them used to do this right here. I'm pretty much sure all of them do this. They do this right here. this right here, I think they mean snacks. If I'm not mistaken, if they do this right here, I think they mean snacks. This means eat. They do this too. I don't know what this means, but they got a sign. They do this right here. I don't know what they mean. I forgot what that means right there. Yeah, maybe I need to learn a lot of this stuff. Maybe I need to learn a lot of it. But y'all see, y'all see, I'm familiar with some of this stuff. Gibson, maybe you can help me out. What this mean? What this mean right here? I forgot what the sign OK means. I forgot what that means. She said, don't belittle what you do. Jeanette said it's a room of soft toys, and he when he gets frustrated, he goes in there. Okay. 2-Piece said, love and understanding. Yes, I deal with special kids and adults, so I know. Okay, 2-Piece, blessings to you, boo. Jeanette said it's a sign language. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to look that up. Gypsy Star said special need kids will teach you more than anyone ever will. I believe that. Gypsy said she's still learning. Okay, Teresa says so they won't be frustrated, and neither will you. Okay. She said most signing is pretty simple. And then she said, exactly, Teresa. She said, I'm still learning. Yeah, guys, like I said, this would be a good topic to have for a later date or whatnot. But in that, though, rest in peace to this young man. Rio, thank you for sending me this story. Please, ma'am, if you get any updates, send me the updates to this story. And please keep an eye on that GoFundMe, because I want to know if that's real or fake. Amen. I want to know if that's real or fake. And it just saddens me that this young man died the same way that his mom did. So he was having some problems. Poor child. But anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your morning. And I'm out. Thanks for listening. Peace.